Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From midfield now, Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. The kick by Parkey is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The numbers for Green a week ago, 16 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And now, hold on here, we've got an injury. Well, that's Devontae Adams, the wide receiver down on the ground here. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And they give this time to the tailback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 2nd down now. It's Green, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Green. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try and run it in, the fullback Kuhn. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. It's the fullback. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Going to get the kick off in time. So that'll back him up 5. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And his throw here's incomplete. Interesting call there. They went for 2 even after the penalty from the 7-yard line and didn't pay off.
I think the first thought is to go ahead and kick the extra point, but you're not kicking it from the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
right? That's
you get pushed 5 back on the PAT as well.
Right, so they have to take it from the 15 to administer the penalty. So now you're kicking it around 40 yards. So I understand why they probably went for 2 there. They thought they had a better play and a better chance in that situation.
On the return, Walker. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. We'll check on his status when we get back. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Finding room to the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This one from 35 yards away. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. Flush to his right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Steps away to his left, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Escaping the pressure right. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And they'll get this down to the 10. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have moved out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throw complete there to Thomas. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin at Everbank Field, an AFC South matchup pitting Houston against Jacksonville. And it's the Jaguars who are out in front. Henry Ruggs, well over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they trail the visiting Bills in that ball game at halftime. Emmanuel Sanders, over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns thus far. And our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys have...
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers got his man. It's Eifert.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action. Now Rodgers. He finds his man complete. That's Wood.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. 5 yards remain on second down. And again, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, Adams, what a grab. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, We'll step aside and be right back. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. And quickly, they get to the line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the... Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like Sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the Sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Michael Thomas, 82 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of
and this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Rodgers going to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Rodgers throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Joe Schobert. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Well, we've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll find DeGuara complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
Rodgers again now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to run it in, Kuhn. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the two-point conversion.
An unsuccessful attempt at the two-point conversion. And it was a triple option play. And they chose option one, handing it to the fullback. And that's not normal.
And sometimes you just miss your read key, right?
Yeah, I think so. And sometimes they actually call that, thinking that maybe everyone will bypass the fullback going out to the tailback or the quarterback. But in this case, they overwhelmed him and stopped him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Burrow. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. A fourth down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on third down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a fourth down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. From the 44, Burrow. Going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a third and long after that sack we just saw. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers, quick slant to Brown. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And I think Eifert may be in some pain. Staying down following that play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On second down, it's Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now Rodgers. And he is going to lose yardage here. A huge loss on the play. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Pass complete, Thomas. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And Walker has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down now, but that clock rolling. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Now Burrow. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing here. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
To throw is Rodgers, eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
Burrow. Looking left side, and it's complete. He's at the 50. And all the way down to the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Packers, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. 7 yards, the pickup there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Rodgers to throw once more. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Rodgers now to throw. Buying time to his left. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
1st and goal. A chance for an early statement here on the road. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
It'll be Warner on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at the 18. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And as we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spots, so the road to the Super Bowl, it runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We've clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league why we're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out and being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely, and you want to take momentum into the playoffs. There's also pride on the line for these guys individually.
Yeah, momentum and pride. Yeah, I'd make room for them and put them both in uniform.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Rodgers now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 43-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he'll give it here to his running back. Green able to dance free. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And, Charles, you look at these 2 teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of play.
Williams loses the football, and the Packers pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. Looking for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle, and he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Thorough domination right now, and the game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'd be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 2-point conversions, and now they're up 24-0, so essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Warner. He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And this will be taken at the 13. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. This will be caught once again by Brown. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing is Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He hits Adams complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to... If they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Warner. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll run it with Williams. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ooh, what a move. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out, and his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So the long field goal attempt winds up awry, and we have reached the intermission. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are...
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Warner. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. On 1st and 10, Warner. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Warner from the gun. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw is Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Touchdown, Packers! Antonio Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. To throw, Warner. Smith catches left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Warner. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Rodgers. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Back to throw. Rodgers. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Warner to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Warner. He finds his man, complete. It's Holt. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw on 2nd down. Warner looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 7 yards the pick up there.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's mid.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. This is a bit of a surprise to be coming. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wood. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Don't do us like that.
Now Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Looking to throw. Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara. And now they're in the hurry-up. Rodgers now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The quick slant caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers.
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Green Bay, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Los